Shots on the wall, coffee gone cold, finger on the trigger, heart runs bold. Tick tock tick, red turns green. Is this that flip or the start of a scene? Every candle feels like a question. Every heartbeat bets on direction. I'm caught in the curve of the line, right on the edge of the sign. Oh, turn or trend, they both been riding that swing till the very last, stand up and down. Again, again, are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both been. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend, screen glow bright, midnight dance. One more move, one more chance. Stop lost tight, but my hope runs wide. Do I bail right now or let this ride? Every signal talks like it knows me. Every move could crown me or ghost me. I'm tracing the arc in my mind, chasing the shape I can't find. Hey, turn or trend, they both been riding that swing till the very last, stand up and down. Again, again, are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both been. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend, spin that doubt, round and round. Hear that hush in the crowd. Is it just a twist or the start of a run? I'm lost in the gust, but it feels like fun. Oh yeah. Turn or trend, they both been riding that swing till the very last, stand up and down. Again, again, are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both been. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend. Oh. Shots on the wall, coffee gone cold, finger on the trigger, heart runs bold. Tick tock tick, red turns green. Is this that flip or the start of a scene? Every candle feels like a question. Every heartbeat bets.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Power Hour starting out. While we were gone, man, there was so many good trades to the upside. Everything, as I said to you, was a buy-side opportunity. Look at all the dot trades that we hear. Even the three-candle red trades all worked pretty well all the way through. I'm just waiting now. I'm just waiting patiently. We have a big sell-off, corrective move in the market right now. No, the one trade that was here, I took right over here for a quick scalp. And then everything else, I'm just waiting to see if we get a turn. If we start moving through the VWAP, then we'll try to consider some shorts. But for now, we're just looking for a long opportunity when it shows up. Nothing else is available. But there were so many good trades. Literally, there was like a trade every 5 minutes to the long side to scalp it out. So hopefully you guys took some. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Everybody have a good session? Oh, Gloria bought 8 Apexes. Good for you. Time to get busy. Gloria, are you using Trade Copier? I haven't even used Trade Copier on Wealth Charts, but I think I'm actually going to start doing that. I think this is like the perfect time with the small scalping that we do, and the fact that on Wealth Charts there's no latency at all. In other words, every trade is going to get executed instantly. That might be a really good idea. You just gave me a really good idea to do this. I think I'm going to buy, like, all the discounted Apexes right now. Here's the link to everybody, and just kind of do this sequentially. I've been very reluctant to trade Trade Copier because of all the latency issues, but I'm going to test this out on the eval accounts, and if it's working on the evals, then I'll put it on the fundeds. That's actually a really good idea. Really good idea. How's trading been from the time I left you guys? You guys make some money. We're clearly selling off a little bit. Two things are going on right now. The market is getting negative on. One, ironically enough, the ceasefire between Lebanon and Israel, which they agreed to for like a 10-day ceasefire. Market views that as essentially a win for the IRGC, because that was one of the things that they were insisting on. So they think that the Iranians are just not willing to negotiate yet. And then there was another story that the EU sources think it's going to take up to 6 months to kind of negotiate a deal in Hormuz, which obviously it's not. On the other hand, Trump said they got 48 hours before he starts bombing the shit out of them again. So we'll see what really happens. But the very fact that there's a ceasefire, ironically enough, was viewed as negative because it was viewed as a concession to the Iranians. So they're not quite desperate enough to want to make a deal. I don't know. I reserve my judgment because obviously nothing in this geopolitical thing ever makes any sense. You essentially have two very unpredictable parties. So trying to judge this by any kind of normative standards is always a failure. But from a price point of view, we made, we ran through the 26 fives, which is really, really strong run. And now we're just having a very, very strong correction. So whether we hold at VWAP, we'll see. Reversal for us means green dot. Until we get a green dot, we're not doing any reversal trades. But we've had about, I guess, 52. No, it's about a 20-minute corrective phase. It's a pretty long corrective phase in the move here. Ben says that Trade Copier works great, but no more than 3 at a time. Replicanto is very expensive, though, isn't it? Like $200 bucks. The one thing, by the way, I know Rob was telling me about this. They have something called OmniProp with Wealth Charts, where every single platform on their platform can be, in other words, you can trade an account in Apex and Tradeify at the same time, which is really cool. I haven't tested that out. I really want to test that feature out too. So I think those are really cool features. Michael says overall, Michael, what are you trading in Replicanto? Give us your setup. Which prop firms? How are you trading it? And are you seeing just instant execution across, and what size? Just give me some details of what you're doing. Apex and take profit. Okay. And is it like a one-to-one? Are you doing multiple accounts? Got a white dot on the trade here. Turn trade in our setup. If this holds, we're gonna go long with a stop underneath the both greens. If it doesn't, we're just gonna wait till we get a dot. All right, long. I'm in at 76. I want to be a buyer at 72. All right, I'm in here. Gonna be a seller here. Oh, we're done. All right, that was good. We got done on that. We're super fast into the sweep. So first trade of the day. Just kind of show you. I don't show you the trades because it pollutes the chart. But that was the scalp and done. Oh, Michael does. Miguel, how are you? Michael does the like a multiplication propagation. So you say if he's trading 5 and 25, it does 10 in 50K. So that's pretty good. He basically does double the size without the effort. That's actually a pretty smart way of doing, because I have a mix and match of 50s and 25s. So like the intelligent thing for me would be to trade 125s, 2 in the 50s, and just propagate, maybe just one-on-one. I think also you can do like Ben, you could probably do like a couple of versions of Trade Copier, right? I could do Trade Copier 1, Trade Copier 2, and just batch them up. That's a pretty good idea. I definitely can do that. All right, small scalp over here. Still waiting to see if we rebuild or start coming back down towards the VWAP on the trade. Again, as I said, market took a little bit of air out of the or took whatever, a little bit of air out of the sales here. And we've had pretty much a corrective move from 1221 to now. Watching this, I get 3 reds over here right at the VWAP. I will certainly want to get long this trade and give it another shot. Oh, I wanted to let me put the link in here in case you guys haven't seen it. I put out a really I have to wait another minute so I can show this to you on our YouTube channel. And by the way, everybody who's in the group here, just please sign up for the YouTube channel. It really helps if you're not a member. Most hated rule in trading. I did a full deconstruct on the pattern day trader rule, not just what it's about, but what it means, like in terms of like the amount of money and how it's going to work for you going forward. So, I show you all of the key things, Reg T's. I go through everything. The 3 levels of liquidation. I walk you through trades. So hopefully you'll find it really, really interesting. It's a lot of very good information there. All right, candle number 2, 3 candles down. I'm going to be 3 red candles in a row. I'm going to be a buyer. So we'll see what we can do here. Hey, stop. 17 seconds. Seven, 6, 5, 3, 2, One, boom. And we're done. Nice, nice little scalp over there. I love the bounce scalps. The bounce scalps are kind of really clean. I messed up. You saw that. I got executed like about a couple of points too high, and it still made the bounce strip. Anybody take the bounce with me? Here we go. Good job, Ben. Good afternoon. Who's new in the room here today? Who's hanging out with us? As I said, one of the things that you notice that I'm trading a little bit differently is I have a very strong long bias. In fact, I think I took like 9 long trades for every short trade I took. It's actually like a good. I'll take an analysis a little bit later today. We can talk about it tomorrow. Just how many longs I took versus how many shorts, and that will really show my bias. And that's not by accident. It's by design. As I said, NASDAQ is a long biased instrument, period, but it's particularly been long biased over the last 10 days. So with part of the community, this is the part of the community you can see for free. We trade for free. If you want to trade with a tool, you have to join our coaching, which is, by the way, today. So like if you guys, anybody who's watching, who wants the tool, who wants the indicator, and who wants the full coaching treatment, here's the link. So anyways, my point being is I much prefer to buy the dips in a corrective move, buy the breakouts in an up move, than do anything else. The only time I'll take a a true sell is if when we were down, I'll take like the first purple sell in the start of a slice. So like, and even here, none of this was really that effective. This was effective beginning of the day. This one was right up my ass on the short side. This one was the first one in the start of a slice. This actually worked. This worked. So again, I'm very biased to buying dips rather than selling rips, and that's really served me very well today, and it's serving me very well later. And that I have the same attitude with gold too. A long-term positive asset should almost always be, a positive scalp. That's one of the things that's kind of interesting that you don't think about, but it makes a huge difference. Actually brings me today in coaching. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to analyze all of my live trades and see what the ratio of longs, what the winning percentage of longs to shorts is, just to see where we're at. All right, starting to hold our ground here near the VWAP. See what we want to do. I will view this as two ways. Either there is a reversal with a green dot and we're going to try to trade momentum, or this is a pause and we have more of a corrective phase, at which point you get 1, 2, 3 candles to the downside near to the VWAP, and I'll buy another bounce trade. So either way, I'm going to look for this thing to be long, unless we get such a deep sell-off on a single candle that breaks the VWAP and turns us completely negative on the day. Then I'll start to look for the first red dot. But for now, I'm a buy boy. Instead of a boy toy, I'm a buy boy. No, still nothing on gold and Apex. It's actually a good question. I'm going to try and talk to them, find out if they're going to reinstitute gold. I mean, it's really been it's been a while. Volatility has come down, but they just don't want to trade gold yet. All right, let's see if we get a 3-candle step down. I'm going to call it the 3-candle bounce. That's kind of a nice, easy way to explain the setup, right? White dot on the trade, 42 seconds. This holds. We're going to try and trade against this move here. I mean, against these lows. That's what I mean. $14, 12 seconds. I'm going to wait till the close. Candle close. All right, long here and boom, boom. That was fast and furious. Super easy, right? Second green dot. I'm going to wait patiently, see if that holds. We'll follow that to the upside. I'm going to rotate accounts, actually. I'm going to go to the 68 account. Big breakout, right? Look at this move here. Staying patient for the close. Okay, long. We have to be like all the way out here. You know what? I'm going to flatten myself out on this one because I didn't want to double up because this is kind of a large retrace move. I think it's going to consolidate. It's quite away from the moving average, so I want it to come down a little bit, and I'm happy to wait. But it probably would have definitely traded to our target. Just gave it up. Now this thing could go for like another 20 points, but my rule of thumb when I'm scalping is 3 consecutive dots and then I pause. I wait for a red candle. I wait for a regroup, and a lot of times I give up a lot of opportunity. It's just a matter of how conservative you want to trade. But honestly, if you were super aggressive, if you were just sort of like very aggressively trading the slice, every dip over here would have been a nice clean scalp. You just, you could even almost extend the whole dots metaphor to like on a pause candle. You just buy a dip. The main thing is that, and this was like a really interesting insight into the bounce trades. If you can buy the dip within the larger positive slice, your chance of profit increases just because of your execution, because you're not chasing the move, right? You're not chasing the move completely. Let me rotate out to, I don't know, 42. Okay, let's go to 42. Coming down to, I'm going to obviously just, if I'm going to trade this, the next real trade that I have is only if it breaks, the SMA and I get three declines. Or, we consolidate and we start a fresh green dot. But there's a lot of temptation to want to buy a lot of these dips here. If you're super aggressive on the scalping, you're generally going to walk away pretty much whole on the position. But those are not as quality a trade as the ones that I'm talking about. So I really want to stay patient and just be trading on the setups that we have high probability on. You could trade at the moving average. If you came in here, like what's the moving average? 66. I mean, see the bounces? You really have like really good bounces. What's the high? 76. All right, getting the white dot. Market finding a little bit of resistance here. This is after the corrective phase. We ran into all of this resist here. So really until we kind of clear that 90, it's probably going to be feeling pretty heavy. So I just want to really, my only play here is if it starts to sell off and I try to buy the dip around the support here. Yeah, took the bounce off the moving average. Yeah, I was gonna do that astrology, but I don't want to like I would do it in private. I just don't want to do it. You know, I don't want to show them all my bad habits. All of our degenerate scalping habits. But I really was thinking about it. It was very very tempting. All right, dot kind of holding. So we are buyers are trying to push it through this big resist here at the 85s. 13, 14 seconds on the clock. Let's see if it can hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1. Okay, we're in. See if we can extend. Extend, extend, extend. Come on, extend. There we go. Okay. I try to be good. There was actually two great trades. There was the scalp off the moving average, the white dot scalp, all of them good. Nice moves through that resist. Now let's see what it wants to do, and hold it kind of coming off the resist. Astrologer, what are you trading? What size? What account are you trading on each one of these scalps? I'm just curious. $50K 5 micros. Okay. So he's trading relatively aggressively. I mean, pretty aggressively actually, and I'm trading very, very unaggressive. I'm trading 1 micro per account. This is per 25. I probably should be trading 2 for 50, but I don't have the patience to propagate. Which is another good reason to do the trade copier, is to propagate, automatically without you having to think twice about it. So we'll see what we want to do. Still staying pretty tight at this resist. See if it'll turn itself up, but most likely I think I'm going to start doing corrective mode here, and I'm just going to try and buy, be looking to buy the dip here. Yes. Yes, baby. Truest words have not been said. All right, 2 down. Trying to see if there's any. We still have another candle, so I'll come back to this in a sec. Let's see if there's anything fresh on the news. Spot up, vol up. Gamma unclench. Uh, huh. Yeah, Hezbollah is. I think the ceasefire is a cover here because Israelis are not going to give up. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. Do we buy this? All right, let's buy this. We'll see if we get a 3-candle bounce. This is 3 candles. See if we can get a little bit of a push up. Ah, come on. I'm giving you a layup. Let's go. Not working for me. Bounce is not working. Damn it. Just missed me by a tick. All right. So I got out of this essentially at scratch, and I'll tell you why. Remember my rule of thumb: 2 minutes, and not done in 2 minutes, it's probably a loser trade. Now in this case, maybe it's a winner trade, but it doesn't matter. I'm trading the probabilities. I had 2 minutes to kind of bounce. This didn't quite bounce, so if it doesn't bounce, I bounce. So I just basically took myself out of this small TP. Could have had the full 5, but I don't give a shit. There's 1,000 trades to come. It's much more. It's much more profitable to give up an early exit than to stay late in a losing trade. For the way that I trade. Oh, that's really good. So again, you guys are all doing the kind of things. Michael says he needs $350 to push his $50K to pay out. Okay, Michael, I know this is the hardest thing in the world to do because I totally got myself caught in the same thing. Stop thinking about how much you need to pay out. Imagine you need $3,000 to pay out. Stop. You're gonna tilt. If you start focusing on making target to pay out, you're gonna tilt. Just take the trade, even if it takes you back minus 450, minus 550. Just take the trade, take the size. This is the easiest. They know. You're gonna tilt if you start focusing on payout. We're gonna talk about that in coaching, but don't. Imagine you have 3,000 to pay out. Trade it like that. Just trade it like that. This, by the way, really, really good technique. I wish I had the fortitude to do this, but if you can add to winners, super great technique. Super great technique. Well, I just speak from experience. It's not like I have any wisdom. I just have enormous amount of scar tissue from this shit. So same thing. If you want to learn about fundamentals, please join my partner Kathy. Just join us for coaching. The most important, best way to learn fundamentals is just to join us for coaching. Let me give you the link, and you can sign up today. Yes, I don't have, again, points is 520. I'm blocking myself here. 5. Where is this? 5. And then 1, 2, 20. That's my, oh shit. I missed the trade, guys. Okay, let's get long here. It's good, actually. I'm a little bit underneath it. I'm a little bit under the entry, so not bad. What am I? 89. Let's come back to 83 bid underneath here if I need to. Let's see if I can get that in there. See if we can get that resolved. Come on, push. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay, I'm done. Thank God. It's just so fucking annoying. Okay, that got done. Nice trades. Well, good day, guys. I'm scalping away. I haven't even talked about this because I really don't want. I didn't want to because that's specifically what I'm going to be talking about today. You guys notice I only been trading my red accounts. So here's my portfolio today. There were two accounts that were red. Both of these accounts were like down 100, right? Everything else was green. I took these from minus 100 to essentially flat. I'm going to take them back to flat. And every one of these accounts is going to be green. And I'm doing it one fucking contract at a time. And that is what I'm trying to show you. Do not give in to the temptation to size. You know what it's like to take minus like 125 to essentially flat at one contract at a time? It's a pretty amazing feeling, actually. It just shows you just how good you are on precision. No, there's no demo classes, Sahib. We don't scam. We don't bullshit. You want to come join us? Come join us. Otherwise, go somewhere else and go learn somewhere else. Everybody in this room trades for real. I trade live. As you can see, if I was a scammer, I wouldn't be showing you my P&L every 5 fucking seconds. So, you either take my word for it or go someplace else. I don't give freebies. So this looks pretty good. If you look at this, actually, we rebuilt a pretty decent reversal. But obviously now, the session highs are going to be the big problem. I think, the big deflation was that the Europeans, in their typical negative Nelly fashion, said it's going to take 6 months. It's going to take 6 fucking days before the Iranians are going to come back to the table, in my opinion. Because I think, the next move is actually going to be kinetic. Maybe they'll take Kargan. Maybe they'll do something that will castrate the IRGC in one way or another militarily. And they'll say, okay, your step next. So, no, I don't think it's going to take 6 months. And I think the market is kind of seeing through this. And even though oil popped up, we'll see. Bottom line is, what's been correct this whole time? To be long and strong, right? That's the bottom line. Regardless of your politics, regardless of your analytics, regardless of anything else, the thing that's been, the one place where nobody cares about your opinions is the stock market. And there, being long and strong has been the trade. And that's what I've been kind of doing with you guys. And you see it working all the time. In just it's like 100 different variations of being long and strong. Thank you, Gloria. I heard there was a report today saying that the Iranians were really pissed because nobody's really paying them any money and that they're not really getting any revenue out of the toll station. So we'll see. I think like the two most surprising things about the last 10 days was obviously the upside action in equities and the fact that the employment situation in the US is far better than anybody thinks. Like nobody in their conventional wisdom would have argued these two things. And I think those are kind of very interesting as far as the developments go in the market. All right, back through the 500. That's interesting. They really ran it through the 500. I didn't even realize that we were running the 500, so we ran to the 500. Let's see what they want to do. AT. Baby Pips. That's me. I'm Mr. Baby Pips. So this is where I'm always torn, right? And this is where my conservative instincts take over. We're in a pretty strong uptrend. This is probably a pretty good trade, but we're talking about a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth dot in the sequence, although it's still very far away from session highs. So, taking it would have worked, right? But I pause. I pause at 4 or 5, and I take my gas off the pedal. Now, if you're just pressing it to the max, you could trade 5, 6, 7, and in a good run, you're going to hit them all. You're going to hit every single one of them into a winning trade. So it's just a question of how much you want to press your luck. I try to take my gas off the pedal. I mean, I really trade like a little old lady from Pasadena, but that keeps me alive, which is number one job in the prop game. Yeah. Actually, it's interesting. Would this have closed here? 505 high was 9. Just missed, actually. Just missed the target. You probably would have resolved by buying down and buying up. By the way, buying just to the moving average in this nice, smooth, multi-dot trade, also super good, super good, be long and strong setup, right? Just coming down to the moving average, you're still, boom, 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 right? All good trades. The reason why they're good trades is because you are buying the dip in a effectively long trending move. So you're not chasing the outer edge of the move. You are getting the value position. That in itself is an edge because you don't have to go far to resolve the trade, right? And you don't have a retrace risk as much. You like this hour, right, Miguel? It's pretty good. Like I know I don't even know how many trades we did today. Let me see. 3, 4. This on this account, but then we also did. What was the other account that I was doing? 66. That was a big account. Yeah, we just did the 66 account too. And then what else did I do? 22. Let's see if we did any other accounts. 42. Yep. And then 48. Nope. 50. No. So we just did the 60, 62. No, 66. Yeah. Now we're at 42. Okay. Yeah, we did a few trades. I think we did about 5 or 6 trades here with very, controlled precision. What time is it for you, Miguel? Is it 7 p.m.? Are you guys 6 hours to us? You're on CET. So this is the 3-candle bounce, and I'm of 2 minds to try to trade this. I think I'm going to pass on this one because I think that there's going to be a little bit more of a corrective move here, but and also because I got to run because K is bothering me now. Guys, by the way, of course, everybody's aware of Prop Fest, right? 21 SMA at 490. So probably pretty close. This trade probably would work. Like if I took this, the close here was 92, and we just need to see 97. So it probably would have worked. We'll see. I got to run, and I don't want to get myself stuck into a position. Yeah, let me just direct your attention to this in case you guys haven't seen this. But these are all the people that we're going to have at the show, which is really, really amazing. May 9th, right? Nick Leeson, Linda Rashke, Marcy Sofran, Rob's going to be there. Dan's going to be there. All the prop guys will be there. Austin will be there. Logan will be there. I'm going to talk to Logan. I saw Logan make $100,000 live in front of 700 people a couple of months ago in Miami. It was just amazing. Really interesting to talk to him. He loves to trade the end of the hour. So there'll be a lot of really interesting conversations with all these people. So please come. Please register. And please bring everybody else. If there are new people in the, people who want to learn about trading, it's going to be the best event for that, right? So please come join. PropTraderFest.com. Okay. All right, my friends. Okay, yeah, and I was right to kind of hold off on this because I thought this is, remember, we've basically had big sell-off, a few corrective moves, and then this one just kind of falling off. Now, here's where I will get interested. So one of the things I like to do is if 3 down and a bump, but if I get 3 more down near the VWAP, yeah, I want to be a buyer here. So one more, if I get one more red candle over here coming down, I want to be a buyer here because that's close to VWAP, and I might get a really decent bounce here. So I'll stay with you on this one last trade. Don't forget, guys, 7 o'clock, we have all right, let's see if we get a 3 and 3 here. I hold this too long. I should have been out here. It went too deep against me, and I should have just simply gotten out of here. It happens. I'm going to get out. I'm going to flatten out. Last trade didn't work, but everything else is good. Day is still very young. There's still 2 more hours to trade. I'll leave it to you guys. I got to run. I'm sorry because Kay's just bothering me, so I'm kind of a little bit unfocused in my last trade because she's dealing with some prop test stuff. We're going to do coaching today, 7 o'clock. Everybody who wants to join me, please come in. Otherwise, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Everybody have a great day. I got to run. I'm sorry. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.